Welcome back to the podcast. Today, we're talking about the results of a poll that we did here on YouTube. And the majority of you said that you always buy organizing bins first and then you declutter, which we've talked many times about this on why it's really, really important to buy the bins after we declutter. So we're going to talk about the psychology and why we actually buy the bins before we declutter and why this is actually hurting you more than it's helping you. So if you're new here, welcome. I'm Flora, certified simplification coach and 7-time author. And for over 28 years, I've been helping women like you align into a life and a business that you are wildly obsessed with by helping you clear out the 9 types of clutter, keeping you from enjoying the life that you have worked so hard to build. So, buying bins and organizers. Why do we do this? Well, the first thing that this presents is the illusion of progress. You buy the bins, you buy the baskets, the labels, and all the while in your brain, you're hearing this whisper of, yes, I'm finally going to get my shit together. I'm finally going to declutter and organize all the stuff that I have. But the reality is that when you purchase all these things, this isn't actually about the storage. It's about that emotional relief that you get and that you feel by having those bins. It's not actually about doing the work, because usually when you buy the bins, it's about having that little Band-Aid that you put over the clutter and say, well, I've got the bins now. So now I'll be ready when I'm ready. And when I'm ready, then I've got the bins. And this is actually backed up by psychology. In a 2022 study in the Journal of Environmental Psychology found that when people buy storage products, it's usually when they're feeling the most overwhelmed about all their stuff. And also, it offers the illusion of control without actually requiring a single decision to be made. Now, you might say, no, that's not true. When I walk into the Container Store, I'm making a lot of decisions on what types of bins to get. But buying the bins is not organizing your clutter. What you're doing is organizing your avoidance. That $300 haul from the Container Store isn't a plan. It's a coping mechanism. You don't buy the containers for the items. You buy them for the hope that it gives you. The hope that you're going to feel lighter, calmer, and more in control of your home and your future. But I'm here to tell you that no bin can organize past identities, unfinished chapters, or the silent guilt that the fear of what the future might bring, or the silent guilt of letting go of the things that you've worked so hard to buy and spend. Because all the stuff in your home used to be money. In today's economy, people trade their time for a dollar amount. You go to an employer and you say, I will trade you 1 hour of my life or 1 day of my life for X number of dollars. And that employer is like, yes, I agree. I'm going to pay you $25 per hour for your life. And so you give them 8 hours of your day and they will give you a paycheck, or they will give you a paycheck once a day, once a week, once every other week, once a month, twice a month. And so you're exchanging your life for all of these things that you have in your home. And I know this is a harsh reality to a lot of you. You're just like, oh my God, yes, all the stuff around me used to be money. And that money is literally a result of me exchanging an hour of my day, an hour of my life for a company that oftentimes really doesn't care a whole lot about you. Okay? So when you feel that burden of the weight of all of your clutter, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. It's easy to feel all of this emotional weight. And I'm here to tell you that bins and labels are not going to organize and label your way out of this emotional weight. What true decluttering gives you is freedom. It's absolute freedom. It isn't about that decluttering is about losing the things and, losing all this time. It's about returning back to yourself on the other side of this work. And when I say other side of this work, I mean not only decluttering the physical stuff, but decluttering the other 8 types of clutter as well that I talk about all the time here on the podcast. The other side of that is time. You've got mornings without chaos. You've got days without to-dos. You've got freedom to wander and do whatever the heck you want. You've got that mental quiet where there's no visual reminders of delays or decisions that you still have to make or that you've been delaying to make. You have and you feel this emotional lightness that really truly is that exhale that your nervous system has truly been begging for. And most importantly, self-trust. It's that confidence in knowing that you can make decisions and that you can move forward. When you stop managing your clutter, you start managing your life. You can start making time in your day to do those things that you've wanted to do. Maybe it's get a degree or learn a new hobby or take a vacation or spend time with the people that you love. Maybe it's starting the weekly game night that you've wanted to do. Whatever it is, that thing that you've been putting off, when you actually do this work, and again, it's not about just getting rid of the physical clutter. It's about all the other stuff that goes with the clutter. Then you can finally have the life that you keep putting off. You can finally start to enjoy the life that you've worked so hard to build. This is where most people stay stuck. They stay stuck in this cycle and this pattern for years. And I've said this one time if I've said it a million, or a million times if I've said it once. Clutter is never about the stuff. It's about the stories that are attached to it. I spent money on this. I should keep it. What if I need it someday? This came from a certain version of me that I'm just not ready to release yet. You don't need another organizer. You need someone who asks you the questions that the storage bin will never ask you. And those are questions like, what are you really afraid to release? It's not the lamp. It's the energy and the story behind the lamp, surrounding the lamp. It's another question of who might you finally become when you finally let go of all this stuff in your home that's no longer keeping you where you're at. That's why coaching matters, because real decluttering isn't logistical. It's an emotional transformation. You didn't build this life that you have to feel trapped inside of it. If you are ready to release the energy of that guilt or all the feeling, and guilt is one that many people say that they feel around all the stuff that they have. Again, whether it's guilt of how much money you spent, how much of your life you've spent earning the money so that you can buy it and now you want to get rid of it and it feels like a waste. It could be generational guilt or sentimental guilt. There's all kinds of these emotions that are trapped within and held within the stuff that you have. If you are ready to release it, or you know that you're like, you know what? I know that I want something different. I know that I'm very grateful for the life that I have. I know that I'm very appreciative of the opportunities that I've had to accumulate all the stuff, but now it feels suffocating. And I feel all mixed up about all the feelings that I have around it. And I just want to make sense of it all. If you are ready to sort through all of that stuff, physically, mentally, spiritually, so that you can finally live the life that you have already worked so hard for, I invite you to apply to work with me. I have private and group programs available. Click the link below. But in the meantime, I want you to share in the comments for everyone watching or listening. What's the last organizing product that you bought? Be honest. And what emotion were you hoping that it would fix? So this could be any type of organizing thing. This could be a bin. It could be labels. It could be a new planner. It could be like literally anything under the sun that comes with organizing and trying to fit and compartmentalize the life that you have into all these little segments. What emotion were you hoping that it would fix? Would it be control? Is it relief? Is it a fresh start? Drop that in the comments and read what other people have written. And you're going to start to recognize that your answer is going to reveal so much more about your clutter than any storage system ever will. Also, if you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and be sure to turn on that notification bell so you know every single time an episode is released. And I will see you in the next video.